Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Fumbling with Zig. Well, I kid, of course. Maybe. Right. I never know what to say. Never. It goes something along with lines. Okay, we did some refactor last week. Not, I don't know, this week. I haven't been streaming very consistently, so I don't know when was the last time. Anyway, we did do some refactor. The window still works. Now before we pass this window back to the debugger so it can draw stuff, I think we need to be able to do a few things. I want to know how we can get keyboard and mouse input. And also, how should I handle? I think this is fine. I can return a single event iterator. And then it can just keep reading from it. That could work, actually. And I can get a buffer from the client. Okay, that's something I need to think about as well. How I can use this client once I have one. Right, and there's also another few. Actually, maybe I should make a list. Okay, let's see. Let's put it here to do. Keyboard, mouse, inputs, API design for using the window. Returning event iterator back to caller. And exposing input IO events. STD.io. Right, and then what else? What else? What else? Yeah, let's do that for now. Okay, let's start with keyboard. Oh, and I think also I want to do 1.1 is maximize window. What happens to the buffer when maxed out? Yeah, it's a good question actually. Right, I think I want to do that first. Let's call that 0. It's a 0 index to-do list. Wayland. Boom. I think should be in XTG. Should be in the top level. Set max size seems relevant. Set min size, set maximized, unset maximized. Set full screen. What do these things do? Oh, I wonder if it's like thing in the terminal. If I do Alt Enter, there's full screen. Nothing happens because there's no title bar. Oh yes, and maybe 0.1 will be show title bar etc. So right now the window is quite naked. I think a title bar should help. Show window menu, that looks useful as well. Let's try set maximized. I did call this before. So after requesting that the service should be maximized, the compositor will respond by emitting a configure event. Whether this configure actually sees the window maximized is subject to compositor policies. Sounds like the government. The client must then update its content. No, it's not very content. Content drawing in the configured state. Right. So I'm guessing it returns the size because configure does return. No, it doesn't return anything. Oh, here. There's a top level configure. And there's an array of states. Interesting. Okay, I want to try that. XTG top level set maximized. Thought I just saw XTG. Oh, the browser. Wonder if I need to update the size of the buffer every time I resize the window. Or can I just like scale it? I think I can do it window dimension request. Then commit surface. I do need to listen for an event. Kind of interesting. Wayland book. So let's try what happens. So we need a header. Just comment this out, see what happens. Send request, window dimension. No. This can just be 32. Optional U32. No. U32. And this can be null. Oh, hang on, is it surface damage? Oh, it's the wrong one, sorry. Surface attach before, because there's some place where we set the here. Save into geometry. Maximized header. Object ID is, I think it's top level. Top level surface ID. Opcode is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, what the fuck? 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Message size of header plus. Actually, it's just header. Don't need that. And this will be U32. Don't need that. So, and it says you should get a configure event on top level. XDG surface ID. Top level surface ID. I think I have something to parse this already. Parse configure. Yeah, there's a top level event. So our event will be top level event. Data. The top consistency man. Update and then okay, I get nothing back from the event. Const dimension. Config. Parse conf event up parse configure event. Canada. Standard debug the print. Updated dimensions. Width, height. Then what's the last thing? States. Config dot width height states. Okay, what I'm going to do is not commit the surface after. I do need the header. Maybe I don't commit here. Maybe I commit. Let's see what happens. Invalid top level event. I think I know why that's. So at least that means we get the event. Pass configured event. Oh, hang on. I think I need to switch the up. Up. I think configure is the first one. What am I doing wrong? And what is the other event? I'm guessing I'll just print else the debug print top level event up code that. Whoa, why do I have so many windows? Okay, it's not what I was expecting. Let me remove the other print. So there's too many events right now. Right, get rid of that. There should be a top level event here, 2 and 3. Configure bounds and WM capabilities. All right, updated dimensions. Okay, obviously that's like way too big. That's the whole window screen. Whole, what's it called? It's the entire monitor. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to take like however much space is available. Set maximized. Know what I want. Set max size. Set full screen. Configure when committing the content. The output passed by the request indicates the client's preferences as to which display it should set to full screen to. I think I know what to do. I think it was Wayland. Debug equals 1. Ghosty. What do they set? Will keyboard output. These are just bind, I think. Bind, sync, delete a bunch of IDs. WLSHM, shared memory. Output geometry. What? Why is that? 0059330. Seems tiny. Okay, then it takes the rest of the screen. What are the rest here? WL output scale 1. WL output dub mode. Compositor output region. An output describes part of the compositor's geometry. Compositor works in the compositor coordinate system, and an output corresponds to a rectangular area in that space that is actually visible. This typically corresponds to a monitor that displays part of the compositor space. I was not paying attention. As an output describes part of the compositor geometry. Okay, the compositor works in the compositor coordinate system, and an output corresponds to a rectangular area in that space that is actually visible. Okay. This typically corresponds to a monitor that displays. I have an idea. Let me run Zig build run. What if I grab this monitor and I move it here? Interesting. So I think now I should be able to set it to full screen. Okay, let me try that. Window width. I'll just manually set it. I think what was for. I can't remember. What is that? Oh, if this goes wrong, I won't be able to like. No, I think it should be fine. Why did I copy Lotus Crow? Okay. Hopefully I can move this window after. Not I have to. What's wrong with the monitor? Interesting. Jesus, so bright. Can't move it. Why does it stay so small when I move it? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's not what I'm trying to achieve. So let's say it should just take up this space, like all of the space on the right side. And I don't know why it shows up twice. I think what's happening, if my guess is right, the buffer is too small, so it just prints it twice. Okay, interesting. Release geometry properties of the output. The geometry event describes geometry properties of the output. The event is sent when binding to the output object and whenever any of the properties change. Let me look back at Ghosty. I did see some scale. In base, ignore all of this. TMA buff, this pen. They provide a bunch of output mode. Seed, pointer, keyboard, region. Okay, I think we'll round back there because I have no clue. Output scale is 1. What is W output? It does have a scale. May be sent after binding the output object for one of the output scale changes later. Okay, I'll come back to was I pass configure. I think get below. I'm gonna set this back for now. Working as expected. Not sure what is expected either. What was the other thing? Delayed. Short title bar. Okay. I think this we should be able to get this. I think there's a menu something that I saw. I think it was on top level. XDG shell. Show window menu. Seed serial XY. No, that's not what I was looking for. Context menu when right-clicking on decorations. No, that's not it. Set title. I have set a title. Taskbar. That's the only reference. Provided by the compositor. String must be encoded in UTF-8. Do I set title? I do, I think set title. Or don't I? Create pull buffer, I think it's after. No, it's before. Shared memory, blah blah blah. Commit surface. Save window geometry here. I know that's a different request. Here. Set title request. Set title. Opcoders 2. Yep. Object ID is top level surface ID. It does seem right. It takes a string. Just want to check if my string is right. Satellite title header. That looks right. Sterling, get padding, set title request size. Size of header plus size of type of sterling, which is U32.4 plus the len. Do I add the len? I think this I'm missing something here. Oh no, I do add it here. Sterling. Top level service ID, OPS2, message size start, and padding. Let me call send request. It's called write data. Sees that it's a slice. Is it now terminated? It is. Right in U32 still and Wayland. Padding is now part of the length. It's the same byte many times, performing the underlying write call as many times as necessary. What is blob byte? Oops. Oops. Why is the same byte many times allowing short writes? Does maximum of one underlying vtable dot drain? It looks fine, to be honest. So how come I can't see the title? Wayland's client. Oh, hang on. Must be something in the book. Shell basics, surface in depth, handling input. Surface roles. Application windows. Get top level set title. Set app ID. Yep. Title is often shown in window decorations. Standard example code. XDG top level set title. Do we need to let Wayland know to show decorations? Decorations. Client side decorations. Clicking close button in client side. If your application has any. Yeah, how do I show? Just copy the whole thing. Decorations. Hey C Films, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Decorations. Glad to hear. Activated. Client window decorations should be painted as if the window is active. Do not assume this means that the window actually has keyboard or pointer focus. No. I think a check goes to you again. Is there any mention of? Oh, I haven't even got to the debugger yet. Just getting the window to work for I am It's a valid question, but I don't. If I'm honest, I don't even know what that means. Debugger interpreted or compiled. I haven't crossed that bridge yet. What am I looking for? Window. Is it menu? Window menu. Doesn't look like it. Int gesture, blah blah. Is Zig your most used coding language? I would say that would be most used. That would be Go, because that's what I use at work, and for my projects. I think I'm fairly new to Zig. Started Zig maybe 2024, like October or something. Oh, I know these are bind requests. Don't need that. Dim above, set geometry. Maybe I should set the window first. Is this too many? Window decoration. Can I just comment this out? Not all. Okay, so now there is a decoration. Does that make a difference? Server decoration manager. Decoration. I've studied many different coding languages, including PHP, JavaScript, Python, and SQL. What do you mean studied? I mean, as in like, yeah, what do you mean studied? ZXDG decoration manager. Okay, but that's the Oak KDE Kevin server decoration manager. Default mode 1. Okay, I want to try something. Cities has learned many coding different languages. What was it called? Window decoration. Cool. None. I think it's a window decorations. No, it's not. Ghosty docs. Studied as learned. Like, I mean, did you read about them or you actually program in them? What do you program in? I'm trying out over 50 different coding languages. That's pretty cool. It's not a bad idea. But I don't know. Why? May I ask, like, why? Seems like a lot of languages. Configuration. Window deck. Is that what? Not what I said. Okay, so those are the ones you use mainly. Okay, I guess that was just a typo. Okay, now that I've unset it, what happens to the decoration? That's the old one. What about... Interesting. So it doesn't call that method, basically. I know it does, right here. That's cool. Because I'm developing a new math and statistics focused coding language. That's pretty good. I mean, that makes sense. Then why you would try a few languages. Oh, KDE Kevin Decoration Manager. Called McFly. XDG shell KDE. What is it called again? Kevin. Also doesn't make sense. Why does it use Kevin? KDE fake input. Server decoration. Is it complete? Did you already create it? Or is it like in progress? I heard Zig works with C. Yes, it does work with C, yes. I think you can, yeah, you can import C, and I think it also can also generate C. But I think the second one is not recommended. Let's check Cosmic, because I think that's what the decoration here. Hang on, so what is the difference between set maximized and set full screen? On implementing conditionals. Nice one. It's quite fun, I think, to... So is it like a compiled or interpreted language? Top level, view full screen, top level manager, set rectangle. Move Set sticky. On set sticky, move to extension. It's being built with Python. Nice one. Have you built languages before, or is the first one? Okay, I think I might have to move setting the title. Hang on. Wayland title not visible. Decorations are used by default when the title is not visible. Nice one. How do you like it so far? I mean, I haven't written a proper language. I tried to build I built a compiler last year. It was a lot of fun. No, I think this is like application side. Okay, let's just check the next item on the list. So this one's also delayed. Where's my to-do list? Keyboard and mouse inputs. Okay, this should be a little bit more. XDG keyboard. XDG show. No, sorry, Wayland. Wrong place. WL data, data device manager, shell surface, pointer, and keyboard. WL pointer. The WL pointer interface represents one or more input devices such as mice, which controls the pointer location and seed. Generates motion, enter and leave events for the surface the pointer is located over. Button presses, releases, and scrolling. Perfect. Right now, what happens if, say, build run? You can still see the pointer. Okay. Surface role of a cursor. If the surface already has another role, it raises protocol error. Set the pointer surface. So it's just kind of like a layer on top of top level. Is the request parameter if the current point. If there was a previous surface set with this request, it is replaced. Define the position of the pointer surface relative to the pointer location. Its top left corner is always XY minus hotspot X, hotspot Y. What is hotspot X? Surface local X coordinate. I'm enjoying the Macfly project. Creator of Zig sometimes streams on Twitch. I think I've seen some of his videos. I mean, he's super smart. I think I watched one of his videos, 2 days ago. What was it? It was data-driven design. It was pretty cool. I learned a lot of things. WL surface offset request to the pointer surface. Hotspot X and hotspot Y decremented by the X and Y parameters passed in the request. The offset must be applied by wlsurface.commit as usual. When the use as a cursor ends, the WL surfaces are mapped. Interesting. Set cursor. Let's take back the book. Handling input, pointer input. Here we go. WL seat, don't get pointer. What is WL seat? That's not where I was looking at all. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because you do need to get the pointer first. I should just read the book. Clients may obtain a WL pointer object. The server will send events to it whenever the user moves their pointer, presses mouse button, uses the scroll wheel. Whenever the point is over one of your surfaces. Okay. Does that mean I need to bind to a WL seat? Let me print the registry. Handle display event here. I think I get it somewhere else as well. Standard debug the print. Thing else, just is there no else? If global standard debug reference. T dot interface. And ZWL seat. There is that looks a bit old. Okay, it's here. I do see it. Okay, so I guess what is a Wayland keyboard? Wayland is like it's it's a protocol for it's a similar protocol to X11, but it's like a newer version. It provides access to window. Well, you can create a window to render stuff in, and it also provides events for keyboards and pointers, etc. So it lets your window know that there's a pointer over it or someone's pressed button while your window is in focus. If standard, can I just copy this? WL seat ID, the bind ID, interface name, WL seat. I think I can define this as well. And in here, I think that I need to fix this as well. This is quite bad. Fix that. I guess these assertions don't make any sense because we're already checking. Okay. Does that work? It doesn't. Something failed. Oh yeah, I know why. Surface ID, yes, it does fail because now there's a new ID in between. So become 8 and it becomes 9. Connection reset by peer, that also makes sense. Because access events, do I not need to bind? Application to the user only half of the I equation. Input. Okay, you do need to bind. Yeah, that does make sense. So why is the server unhappy? Connection reset by peer. Is there something I need to do? Oh, hang on. I think I might know why. Find interface version name. Oh, it's WLSHM, it's the wrong ID. Okay. So that means now I can get pointer. We'll see it get pointer. The ID provided will be initialized to the WL pointer interface for the seat. This request only takes effect if seat has the pointer capability or had the pointer capability in the past. Okay, let's get pointer anyways. See what happens. Excuse me. Guess we can get it before we commit the win surface for the first time. So before pull data. What do you like about Zig? I like the contime concept. I got to use it first, like for the first time, properly. When I was writing one of these methods, where did it go? What's it called? Write data. And yeah, and I don't know, it made me quite excited to try it out. And I do like this about Zig. This is really cool. I'd heard a lot about the comp time concept. But once I tried it out, like here, I was well impressed. And why do I like it? It's because this code like runs at compile time, and it's writing, like, you're using Zig to write your code for you. So it goes through like all of the fields in the struct and does some operation on all of them, which is pretty cool. I think that's one. And I do like the way errors are handled in Zig. I don't mind how they handled in Go. They're pretty good. I don't mind, like, if error equals nil. It's not a big deal for me. I do prefer errors as values. Let me just drink some water. Hang on. Over exceptions any time of the day. And I think in Zig, they made it even better. I like the whole try approach. It's like much easier, a lot less typing. And what else do I like? I think I also like some people find it verbose, Zig, but I kind of like the syntax as well. It's pretty good. It's well thought out. Very similar to Go, which is also the reason I like. So I do like Go. Yeah, I think those are some of the reasons. I think there could be more. Just off the top of my head. What was I doing? Seat. Use. Let's go back here. 7 the geometry. Let's do this. Where's the commit? Yeah. Guess we could do it here. Get pointer header. I need to send a new ID. The fly syntax is simple. I made a little boilerplate. I'll have to take your word for it. Get pointer is the opcode is 0. It should be WL seat dot new ID. What do you need in the body? So it should be size of I suppose size of your 32, because it just needs new ID. So add one of these. Pointer ID. WL pointer. WL pointer. I could remove this debug stuff because I don't really use it. And I think this could go as well. I think for now I'll leave this. WL pointer ID is WL pointer. And now size of U32, and then send request get pointer header. This would be U32 WL pointer ID. Now 3 immutable variable types in Makefly. All number variable names start with a hash sign. All string variables start with a $sign, and all list variable start with at sign. Okay. Well, what purpose does it serve to have symbols? Is it typed or not? Not typed. If it's not, then it makes sense. But if it is, kind of doesn't make sense. Right, get pointer. Do we get an event for this? WLC capabilities name. If a protocol values requests on a seed that has never had a pointer capability. Right, okay. So there is sort of an event. Capability. Capabilities. Okay, I think I can just print that. XTG surface ID. I would also like WL pointer ID. If no. WL seat. What did I call it? Because it's not a pointer event. WL seat. Oh, I can't really use that. McFly is gradually typed. The symbol is the variable name, our visual cues and data type checks. I don't know what it means. Gradually typed. Symbol is the variable names. Symbol in the variable names are visual cues and data type checks. Okay. Where did you get the inspiration for that from? Was it from one of the languages? Where are your WL seat? Inspiration for the variables was from PHP. Okay. Do remember seeing some dollar stuff in PHP. I think one of my first jobs, I was a front-end developer, and the server was written in PHP. I think that's the only time I've seen PHP. I did get to write some PHP that time as well. But anyway, what were you saying? Some say, our variables remind them of Perl. Perl. Never written Perl. But it does, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Well, no, makes sense. What's it called? Be from PHP. Let's call it. Seat. Find ID. If we have that, I'll just print. We should get standard debug. Print. I know, what am I doing? If o dot header dot object ID is equal to double seat dot new ID. Debug dot print seat event. Up. Will do. Whoa, why is there so many events? That object ID looks sus. Okay, I'm doing something wrong. Gradual typing is a type system that lies between static and dynamic. Some variables and expressions may be given types, and the correctness of the typing is checked at compile time, which is static typing. Some expressions may be left untyped, and eventual type errors are reported at runtime, which is dynamic typing. Okay, so you check both at compile time and runtime? What is this event? Fucking strange fucking object ID. Is it an unhandled? It is an unhandled event. Jeez. What is this event? That just looks wrong. Capabilities is a event. Send building the seed global whenever seed gains or loses the pointer. Hang on. But there's no window. Let me just get rid of this for now. Does it print anything else? Seed event 1 and 0. Seed event 1 and 0 and 1. Capabilities and name. Okay, it returns a name. Hey Devnin, yeah. Nice beard, Mr. Jin. Yeah, I'm thinking of like growing it out. As much as I can. Oh, as much as I can deal with. 2025 was the year of the mustache. And I think 2026 is the year of the beard. We'll see where it goes. Okay, it's sending back some string. Let's send. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I get 0 and then I get 1. It's waiting for something most likely because then it goes crazy and sends some another opcode. See it finding whenever the gains or loses the pointer. I think let's print that. Switch dot header dot hop. Depends on the variable. Number and string variables are checked at compile time. Right. List variables can store numbers and strings in the same list. When you run a mean, that is when it tests all the items in the list are numbers. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm guessing if you create a method of your own, you'll have to do the same check for on the variables or the arguments provided. Zero. That one is here. I don't think there's anything else. Reach able. Capabilities. I need. Okay, let's grab this. Copy that over. Let's call this w at seat event. Have a buffer. I think bounce. What is capabilities? It's an enum. So let's make this an enum. I think U32, if I'm not wrong. Pointer. Keyboard. Then touch. Guess that's how you declare enums, right? It's been a while. Enum. Enum. Yeah. Okay. And then I think this would be capability. And there is configure as well. Abilities. Capabilities. And then there's name. Name is just a string, so we don't need that. Parse capabilities event. Oh, I can use that then. Parse name. Slice of const. Wait. This will return capabilities. Yeah. Let's parse name because that's easier. Hang on, I could just copy this. I should just create a method because it's the same thing though. I should. Hang on, what am I doing? This could be just parse name, right? Yeah. Event and then slice of const u8. This would be wl. What was the struct called? Seats. Event. Don't need this. I need consume. Will be wl seat event. First name event. Invalid wl seat event. Name name. Makes me create string parse method instead. Should I just do it now? No, not now. I just want to see if it works. So this would be parse capabilities event. So BWL seat event, and then should return capabilities. Okay. Expected. What should be the min len? Don't need this. Don't need that. Can I do size of capabilities? Also, what is standard debug? Right? Size of capabilities. It's, I mean, if it's like struct, it should just be u32, 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 which is correct. Invalid wl seat event. No, this should be pointer. Keyboard, and then this should be touch. Don't need that. This should be u32. This should also be a u32. How do you... Oh no, I think I need to do int to enum or something like that. Take a quick example. How do you pass an enum? Does this not error? No, it doesn't. Returns E32. Can I do int to enum? Is that what it's called? No, it's not. Int to int from. No, I think it's enum from int. Converts an integer into an enum type. Result type is inferred result type. So this needs to be const abilities. Bustronic. Are you making a GUI for the debugger too? Yeah, I think it's mainly going to be a GUI. Hence the Wayland display. The syntax is more similar to Python or Julia. I think you already mentioned that. Like, I think the Julia part is new. Is capabilities. Don't know how this works. I need to check enums again. Enum. Enum literals. Oh, I see. Okay. I think I get it now. It's color, and how do you return? So you can only gradual type was coined by Jeremy Zig. Developed gradual typing in 2006 with Balitaha. Seem to be a big fan of gradual typing. This is gonna be wrong. So let me just do that. WLC event. Do I use this? Not yet. Let me go WLC. Yeah, here. Let me just do standard debug dump x dot header dot data. I think I can do the same here. I think this is just a string, so it's not a big deal. Data is dot header. Oh, it's not header. It's just output dot data, and then output dot data. Seed 0. I guess that's the name. I don't know which one is the first one. Under debug print 0 is capabilities, as far as I understand. Remember. WL seat, where are you? WL seat. Yep, it is capabilities. Capabilities. Top level event. WL seat 0. Is your debugger also going to be a flintier? What does that mean? Flinter? Flinter? I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, here. Capabilities. So I get a 7 back. What does 7 mean? WL capability, which is here. Pointer, keyboard, and touch. 4 to 1. Okay. I mean, linter. I don't think so. Is the debugger also going to be a linter? No, not really. Why do I get a 7 back? How do I get an enum from 7? 4 plus 2 plus 1. This is a bit mask of capabilities this seat has. If a member is set, then it is present on the seat. A bitmap. A bit mask of capabilities. 1, 2, and 4. So does that mean I need to WL seats event equals 1, and this should be equal 4. Oh yeah, I think I also wanted to check, but I think I know the size. It's a U32. Of the event. Okay, let's try. Go back. Const, no. Event is going to be WL seat event, and it needs a buffer, which is auto data. Then const. Well, it doesn't return. Oh, kind of. I can ignore it for now. Event of parse capabilities event. I think they should add a. I'm not. Add a union is discard. Right. I think it doesn't return anything either. There's no return. Can I just return? Abilities dot pointer for now. Is that even correct? Where's my capabilities? Okay, did it print size? Oh yeah, here. Interesting. Size is 4. Oh, because I think you can only return one of those. I don't know. I don't think I understand this. That's not what I thought it would be. Okay. Jeez. What was that? Let's try this. Let's just get rid of that. Can't return pointer. Or maybe I can. Return. Consume. Return. Enum from int pointer. It might not work. Invalid enum value. Why should a debugger? Yeah, that was actually, I didn't understand that question either. For a second, I was thinking, what does a linter do? Enum from int. Yeah, I did think that would panic. What if I didn't need to do any? It says it's a bit mask. What does that mean? This is a bit mask of the capabilities the seed has. You know, I was looking at this yesterday after work. Like, how do you parse an enum? I think this, not sure. This looks wrong to me, but I don't know why. It's the bit mask of capabilities as it had, seed has. Value is 1, 2, and 4. How many bits per each of these? 4. 4 bytes. So that would mean, hang on, let me print the hex again. Just return pointer for now. Abilities dot pointer. Standard debug dot hex. Self debuff. It's the U32. I don't know. I have no idea how to proceed. Zig read enum from bitmask. I don't know. Reading bitmask. What is bit masking? That's a good question. Mask defines which bits you want to keep and which bits you want to clear. Masking is the act of applying a mask to a value. Pointer is 1, keyboard is 2, touch is 4. So that means if I AND it with this, I should get the value. Masking is the act of applying a mask to a value. This is accomplished by doing bitwise ANDing in order to extract subset of the bits in the value. Or XOR. How do you know which one to do? Alright, I think like the mask. Hang on. Go 5 more minutes. Low extract subset of the bits of the value. Applying the mask to the value means that we want to clear the first 4 bits and keep the lower 4 bits. Thus we have extracted the lower 4 bits. Ah, okay. I think I know why it's 7. Because that's the only bit set. 1, 4. Is that why? What was the byte order again? It was little endian. So this should be the first bit. Interesting. So if I had set keyboard, this number should be present. Okay, let's try. I could try that. And then maybe I can read it after. WLC keyboard. Get keyboard. What do you need? Just an ID. Easy. Get pointer. Let's also get keyboard. It's also pointer ID. WL keyboard board ID. Okay. Keyboard header, I think opcode is 1. It is. Size of header U32. Should be keyboard. Request data is WL keyboard ID. Okay, so the whip mask should now change. I failed an assertion. Where did it fail? 559. What? Why did it fail there? Oh no, sorry, wrong. 768. Oh, there should be keyboard ID. What am I doing wrong? New ID. Oh. Yes. No, it's still 7. That is not what I was expecting. Expecting the one here. Let me just check my keyboard. Request. Get keyboard header. Is that? Up is 1. It is 1, isn't it? Yeah, 0 and 1. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm out, and then plus I'm out of time. 6:15. Let me add a note because I need to check this tomorrow. Where is my keyboard event? No, WL seed event. To do parse pip ask. Not sure how to do that yet. Alright, I think that's a problem for tomorrow. And I gotta go. Alright. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Out of the 4 things on the list, I think I got none of them done. Well, that's just programming sometimes. Have a good one too, Davinia. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, hope you have a good one.